What I say, y'all? We back. Sweaty Betty in full effect. I got the same wine glass. I'm about to read to y'all, so just give me a second. All right. Let's go. June 25th, 2001. Dear Journal. Well, today was boring as fuck. I was supposed to go to Sean's crib, but they didn't need me at work, so I couldn't go. So I feel like I said this before, but the only way I could see this kid was if I would go into work, because I would I'd probably lie about my shift hours. I don't remember the whole background story, but so no work, no Sean. Well, and also divine intervention, because we all know raging teenage hormones was at play. You know, all right, we gonna move on. So, jumping back. Well, Rose is crazy. She met this guy. She gonna fuck him and Anthony. Well, I saw my pic with Mike, and he looked so cute, but I looked type busted. I did not, cause to this day, like, I feel like I looked so cute that day, but again, typical girl shit, being so hard on myself. Why, I don't know, but I got this strange feeling inside today that just made me feel like fucking. Oh, okay. That's how you feel? All right. Okay, little bro. I know I shouldn't do it because I know I'll regret it. It's so funny. I just said divine intervention because I try to read these in real time. So this is me reading it in a very long time, and I think I said this before. So even though these entries are 20 years old to the day, it probably hasn't been 20 years since I read it, but it's been a hell of a long time because I don't remember the last time I read this shit. But all right, let me get back because your girl always gets sidetracked. All right. God, I feel so alone. Why can't I just go through with it already? Like sex is gonna help your lonely ass. So sad. Again, interjecting. That's not what I wrote. I saw this movie today and I really liked it. It was called Here on Earth. It made me cry. The main thing it was about this girl and guy fell in love, and they were both very different, but yet that didn't matter. Although their love was strong, he lost her because she had cancer and it started to spread and she died. At least she fell in love before she died and got to make love. I hope Nicole's dad is okay, because he went to the hospital because he's not feeling okay and he has to stay there for a while. Our lives are already going downhill. If she loses her father, God knows what will happen to her. I feel so depressed. If only somebody could just put me out of my misery. I'm tired of shedding all my tears. At least I'll feel slightly better when I cop Alicia Keys' album tomorrow. That's all for today. Till then. So, okay. And FYI, I do still like that movie Here on Earth, and it's probably because of the way it made me feel at that time, but it's still very enjoyable. I like that shit. Again, you see the emo coming out in your girl all over again. So this friend of mine, and I still like, I mean, you know, like, we're friendly towards each other and stuff still to this day. I wouldn't say we're like necessarily friends anymore, but the funny thing was, so we were friends almost like outside of school, because you know, I grew up in Jersey. So in Jersey, like, we were mixed. Like, we were just like a whole rainbow of motherfuckers. But like, nobody ever really like talked about that shit like that. Like, it was like we were just all cool, and like, if anything, you got ragged on because of your hair, you know, what you used to wear and shit like that. You know, other shit. Like, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, you Dominican, you mad whack, or you this, and that. Like, that wasn't my experience when I lived there in Englewood. But as soon as I got to Long Island, that fucking script got flipped. Like, everybody and their mama had to let me know I'm Dominican, and if I wasn't doing things that were aligned with that, it was like, oh, why you acting like this, like basically like why you acting like a black person, or just like a whole bunch of shit. Like it just didn't make any sense, and it was almost like I just never knew where I belonged. So in Jersey, it's like, you know, I didn't really have like, I don't know, I don't want to say we were poor, but like, I mean, I don't know, I wasn't rocking like the new shit. I didn't have like the little, you know, nano pets and all the little shit. You don't know what the fuck that is because I'm old, look it up. I didn't have any of that shit, and my mom never understood my hair. To this day, I barely understand how to manage my hair. Like shit, you know, a bitch just practically learned how to wrap her hair after like how many years? Like it took me this long to wrap my hair. I'm still learning about my damn hair because you know, my dad is like, he would be considered Afro-Latino, and so yeah, this shit gets wild. So again, tangent. So me and this girl, from what I heard about Long Island, is that like kids kind of like intermingle with each other in elementary school, but once they hit junior high, it was almost like, I guess a certain awareness came in, and so people started splitting off. So it was like, you know, the white kids with the white kids, black kids with the black kids, Latinos with the Latinos, and the immigrants with the immigrants, and then kind of split up amongst themselves and shit like that. And that kind of carried over into high school too. Now shit kind of, you know, mixed in here and there, but there was always some fuck shit being said, some stupid shit being written on desks, like whether it was like, you know, St. Patrick's Day and you see an Irish flag written on the desk, or if it was like Dominican Independence Day or Salvadorian Independence Day, and then, you know, people would write their flag and shit, and then some other stupid motherfucker would scratch it out and write some like, oh fuck this and that. It was like rampant. I don't know what it's like now, but probably not as bad as it was back then. So yeah, so I say that to say this girl was white. So I'm sure we had like a class together in like 6th grade, and we ended up finding out we lived near each other. And so like she would come to like visit me, and I think it was like 8th or 9th grade, she actually bought me like a, I don't know what they're called, like a Wonder Bra or some shit. And obviously I haven't delved into that too much as far as like how I identify and things like that, but I was not the type of girl to even like know what a push-up bra was, seek it out, no nothing. Like it was bad enough to even wear a bra. Like to this day, I don't like any of that shit. Anyway, so yeah, we were friends outside of school, and so this poor girl, I mean, she went through it. Like I feel like I remember her just going through stuff in general at home, and then in 8th grade. So yeah, so December of 8th grade, her mom passed away unexpectedly, and I think it was like a week before her fucking birthday, before we turned 14. So now, fast forward 6 months, which is this day, her dad was in the hospital. And I mean, I guess I might as well just say it because it's gonna come up, but yeah, like a month after this day, like pretty sure it was about a month, like he ended up passing away. So she lost both her parents within a 6-month period when we were 14. So yeah, man, yeah, I wasn't expecting this because I just, you know, again, I didn't read ahead, so I just wasn't expecting to get into that. But yeah, there's that. But thankfully, you know, she seems to have grown into, you know, this like beautiful ass woman. She always had like the best heart, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, you know, we would hang out, like I said, we would hang out. It wasn't like a secret, but like we would just hang out on our own by ourselves. Like and I think it was her that bought me the Dynasty Jay-Z album in 8th grade. I think she got me that shit for my birthday. I think it was her that gave it to me. And I think we went to the movies together. That's probably gonna come up in a future entry soon. But she ended up moving away because, you know, she couldn't stay in our town because she had no like, you know, a guardian there. So she ended up having to move to a town that was like deep. It might as well have been in another state. I mean, at that time, for our age and all the shit. So yeah, I think I saw her maybe again after that, but it kind of fizzled out pretty shortly after that. You know, we didn't run in the same groups and shit, but yeah, it's always gonna be all love. That's how I feel about her, and you know, that's how she's treated me from afar. So yeah, she's a very sweet girl, and it's been so nice to just see the way that she's been able to thrive in life after all that. I can't even fucking imagine. I honestly cannot. So a little bit on a brighter note, but like I told y'all, I am gonna be talking about Alicia Keys' first album, Song in A Minor. Like, I love this bitch so much, because again, like, she had like things in her that reminded me of me, that because like people used to even think she was like, I remember that rumor too, people used to think she was like gay or some shit because the way she carried themselves. I mean, in my case, they were kind of right, but that's not the point. The point is, you shouldn't just be like judging people off of that. And I guess it doesn't really matter. That's like older shit. Like, the new kids don't really, you know, focus on the shit. Ooh, your girl is sweating like a motherfucker. I shouldn't have drank wine. That probably made it worse. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt. And I'm a sweaty Betty. And I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. But but yeah, you know, like, that's just how the type of ignorance of shit. And you know I am getting old, because I went out to eat with my mom yesterday, and I got so fucking mad. Like, I could barely even listen to the radio anymore. I'm like, yo, what is this shit? I feel like that meme with that old dude and he's taking off his headphones and like discuss, like, what is this trash? Like, I'm becoming that person. Yeah. And then this group of young kids came in, and they were dressed all like, you know, like them young kids be dressing now, all out there and shit. And I'm like, y'all really just be out here like that? Like, okay. But clearly, I know I've been saying I'm washed, but I really am washed. I'm old. I'm becoming that person. I'm becoming the get off my lawn person. That shit is real. Woo. Damn. I talked too much. So that's it for now. Looks like I'm gonna be back tomorrow, so keep an eye out. I'm gonna be back, all right? Bye. Good night.